Hello and welcome to Iowa Speedway in the NASCAR trucks open setup. I'm going to guess about a 20 car field. It'll look like about 40 signups, so I'm sure it's split in half. We'll see what I can do. Haven't been in Iowa for a while. Hoping this goes better than my ARCA race. That was really bad. It's kind of funny how the combos can be like, this is a C class, ARCA's a D, but ARCA at Twin Ring is way harder to drive than this combo, let me tell you what. Well, this would be the top split. I'm the 15 car, so less pressure than that was a higher number car. Probably got nothing for these guys. Less to lose, though, right? Go out and practice a little bit. Just spent the last half hour practicing, so what am I going to gain from a little more? Maybe a lot. Maybe nothing at all.
The pit exit's clear.
Maybe I'll get some unnecessary X's. I believe this is 100 laps. It's like you can't make that on a full tank of fuel. So I don't know if tire saving is going to be a thing these people do. Or not tire saving.
It's all preference.
You know what I'm trying to say, fuel saving. I don't think I'm capable of it, so I'm not going to even try. If I lose any chance at a good finish, because literally everyone else made it on one tank of gas and I didn't, well then.
Is it what now?
That's just the way it's going to be.
Is it raining out your way?
No.
The guy in front is
No, it's sunny as hell.
The leader has just done a 23.0.
The rain just got done not too long ago. Let's call the spot.
It's gonna be 71 or 72.
I can tell you this, man. It's gonna be a rough winter.
P5.
Hey, Snake.
Yeah, buddy.
Old Tom Flitty says what's good.
That's the end of the session. Sixth
Tom
place.
Quiddy.
That was too
I
loud.
haven't heard that in a minute.
Alright. We'll try to put in a Q lap. I don't know. I didn't look. How many? Yeah, there's about close to 20, maybe a little less.
All clear on pit exit.
Cars.
We've got 2 laps to get the job done.
Looking at other things. Almost went out wide there. I tried doing some Q runs, and I was still like 15th fastest in practice, so it's like,
Green flag, green flag.
I'll get what I get here. I'm not going to stress it too much.
Here comes your first time lap.
Well, that wasn't good.
One more lap.
P6. That lap was a 23.5. New fastest lap for Collins, 23.1. P7.
There's the flag.
Looks like I'm beating literally one person right now. Let's put in a lap. It's all good though. It's all good. 23.368. That's pretty much about as good as I was able to get out of this in practice too. Got the right set here. So yeah. There's 21 cars, so a little more. Yeah, I mean, this guy's got almost 7,000 iRating, so let's do the usual. How far does it go down? 1,800 is the low end. So yeah. A lot of people not going out for a lap. Don't know why not. We could be waiting a while, so as usual, I'll see you at the grid. Alright, ended up 10th. Only beat 3 people who actually tried a lap, so quite a ways off. But I mean, race pace is different than, especially in open setup. Qualifying is, most people are using a different setup, just like I was. You gotta be fast. Over 120 laps. I was wrong about that. 100 laps. So definitely, okay. Definitely can't make it on one tank, according to that. I don't think you're saving 34 laps. Could be wrong, though. Pay attention to how many tire sets I
Hey, Matt.
get.
I looked at that replay, man. My apologies on that first lap. I definitely overcooked the turn and got into you.
Previous race,
Go, buddy.
certain people were together. So yeah, we got. What am I trying to say? Looks like we got 4 extra sets of tires. That is crazy. So we'll come in and pit at like every 20. Oh, let's see.
You have 4 additional sets of tires during this race. Have a good race.
I'll try my best to have a good race.
120 laps, P10.
Curtis, you doing okay, man? Looks like you're having some internet issues.
Hey, Matt.
Car number
I looked at
05.
replay, man. My apologies. I overcooked that first turn on the first lap, man.
Am I losing my mind, or did he not already say that?
Hey, it happened. I watched that one.
Road is closed.
But I appreciate that.
Few to green, okay.
I thought I was held down, but no, man, you was just trying to make your corner, and yeah,
So we
my
got
apologies.
another red, green, and blue truck
Good
over
man.
there.
Apologize. Good deal.
Always see those in these races.
Oh well, if you would have been here last race, it wasn't like that. But I appreciate it.
Bro, I literally, the first time I started hearing this, I literally thought he was apologizing already. I'm like, wait, we're not even under green. There's a
1 lap to green.
Crazy. Try not to get one of my patented terrible starts, but pretty sure that's what's gonna happen. See how swamped I
Good
get.
luck, everyone.
Definitely put this in the race setup, right? Yeah. Sure the qualifying setup would have had 18.5 gallons of fuel in it, so.
I'm on some random setup I found online. We'll see how this shit works out.
Get
Work
ready,
out great.
going green.
That's always what you want to hear.
Just thinking the same thing.
Pace car is off. Be ready.
Go, nail it.
Green flag.
Carlo,
Inside.
still
Still
there.
there. Inside.
Hold your line.
Stay Stay high to the car on the low side.
Still there. He's still
Keep
there.
high.
Hold your line. Clear low.
Clear inside.
I'm not in any hurry right now. $120 laps is a long time. Like an hour-long race.
The leader's
There's a
just
lot of
on
cautions.
23.5. Your lap time was 23.9. The guy ahead's last lap time is 23.7. Car outside. He's still there. Clear high.
Outside, clear.
Well, I probably made that a little scary for some people.
Car outside.
So just let people
Still
with
there.
momentum go while I cool off my tires.
23.4. Still
Still
there.
there. Hold your line.
V14. Clear
Clear
high.
outside.
Alright, let's try not to do that again.
I'm just riding, go low.
That was not good. I lost a ton of positions there.
Okay, Justin. The fuel window opens on lap 34. It'll close on lap 82.
That's a big fuel window. Truck doesn't feel super great right
The guy
now.
ahead has just posted a 23.7.
Look, I did some longish runs in practice, and it never felt like this. Of course, that little slide might have heated up the tires just a little bit more than I wanted it to. I'm not very aggressive early in runs. I always lose spots. This is a random setup guy. Or what he means by that. Four sets of tires means that unless there's a caution every 5 laps or something stupid, you might as well come in for tires if there's a caution. I should probably learn from what I see. It's gain on this guy so much on corner entry, then he drives away, which means I'm probably putting it in too hard. Slow in, fast out is better than fast and slow out.
Take it here, Matt. Clear.
Spotting for someone else. I don't know if I trust that.
You've just done a 24.4.
I'll leave your room high there, Ted.
I don't know if it's yours, Matt, or mine. I didn't hear you. But you're welcome.
Good seeing you.
Cracks in my mirror getting bigger.
That lap time was 24.3.
Am I gonna be the last place vehicle in a race again? 2 in a row?
That lap time was 24.4. Car high. Still there.
There is a car on the high side.
Clear outside. Car outside. Hold your line. Still there.
Still there.
Clear outside. Car outside.
outside.
Hold your line.
Hold your line.
Still there.
Stay low. There is a car on the high side.
Still there. Still there. Your lap time was 24.4. Hold your line. Clear high.
There.
P13. The gap ahead is now 1.7 seconds. That lap was at 24.4.
We are 9.3 behind the leader.
That lap was at 24.3. The gap behind is now 0.9. That last lap was at 24.3.
I guess if this goes green, I'll just split it in half. See what other people do, of course, but...
You've just done a 24.4.
Building way too hard there. I need to stop that. I need these tires to potentially last 60 laps.
That was 24.6. Inside.
Inside.
P13. Still there.
Inside.
Still there.
Stay high. There's a car on the low side.
Hold your line. The gap behind is now 1.0. Still there.
Still there.
Inside's
Okay.
clear. P12.
What the fuck is your problem, dude?
That was 24.4.
You guys are seriously racing this hard for 18th and 17th?
Some of the hardest racing for last place I've ever seen was on this track in this car.
You've
For
just
truck.
done 24.6. behind is now 0.9.
I stay higher.
That lap was a 24.6. The gap to Thompson in front is now 3.2.
Thank you, man.
Your lap time was at 24.7. P12.
Kind of out here all by myself. But Aaron behind me, I think, is faster. Just got held up, I think, a little bit by the guy I had passed.
The gap behind is now 1.4.
Could be wrong, and I'm not going to sit in super mirror drive. I'm just going to try to run my laps. Get loose out of the turn there.
Alright, Justin, the next car is Thompson. That lap time was 24.8. The gap behind is now 1.5 seconds.
I'm 11 behind the leader now.
That lap time was 24.6.
Hang on there, Matt.
That's one of the more annoying things
Just done a
in some of these
24.8.
races. You see someone loose and you gotta get in the thing. Hang on to it there, so and so. Maybe that's just me. Be like, yeah, I think I should hang on to it. They could be. I mean, I get the impression that a lot of these people run together a lot, so they just might know each other too. Not really gaining on ahead of me at all.
The gap behind is now 1.5.
I think to get a top 10 today, we're gonna need some wrecks that don't involve me. Getting out. I would have to assume something happened. Or is he gonna do a two-stopper? I'll judge based on more people than that. Now I gotta be aware. Fresher tires on the track. I hate getting caught off guard by that.
Your lap last lap time was at 24.8.
Careful there. Hitting the wall on these trucks is a death sentence for speed.
Alright Justin, that's good consistency, keep it up.
Somebody's playing the bass outside or something. I just hear big rumbles.
Pit window is open. The gap behind is now
Oh.
1.2.
I was about to say something. Yeah, they pit before the pit window was open, but obviously if they're pitting now, they weren't gonna do 40 and then 80 on a run. That would be silly. So they know they have to pit again. Assuming that's what they were doing. I don't know. I don't see a lot of evidence of a ton more people pitting, and I didn't gain any position, so it must have been someone behind me. I'm not gonna base my strategy on that, especially since I don't know what happened.
Hello, Matt. Where'd you go?
P11.
As I
think I
say
scared
that,
him.
I gained a position. A lot of people start pitting. I'm coming in too because I don't want to be the only guy out here with tires. Truck behind me's really gaining now. For a while there, we were kind of holding even, but oh, I see. I think I gained due to that Matt guy dropping out.
The gap behind is now 0.9.
I've never had that happen, and I just jinxed it by saying that, I'm sure, but I've never dropped out of a race. I've never been told by anyone that I was blinking.
Your lap time was 24.9.
Matt makes it back in, but he's going to be laps down if he
Was at
does.
24.8. P11.
Gotta worry about the guy behind me. If he catches me, we just let him by.
Couple in the grass.
Pull up.
10th position.
Thanks, Paul. Appreciate that.
Where's that guy?
Bro, you got loose and took me. I'll watch the replay. If I wanted to turn you, I would have done it 15 laps ago.
No, you saw me get loose. You just decided to keep your foot in it. That's exactly what happened.
I'm sure, bud.
You're in the top 10.
Car behind is reeling you in. The gap is now 0.7. P9.
Because I wanted to spin myself.
Hopefully that was one of those wall hits that doesn't really do anything to... Alright. Falling apart here. Takes a look, I'm just gonna let him go. I'm not just gonna pull over. He sits and rides. Hope I didn't get damaged from that because it feels really weird all of a sudden.
Inside.
Okay.
Still yellow.
Clear.
Thank you. No problem.
P10. That lap was at 25.4.
We are getting close to 60 though. I'm falling apart fast.
That lap time was 25.2.
I also don't know how to do a green flag stop, and I will
Okay,
probably
Justin, there's a car exiting the pits. Heads
mess it up real bad.
The gap in front is increasing. It's now 0.8. You've just done a 25.0.
I'm super worried about burning up my stuff right now. God, I'm getting caught from behind really fast. What I meant by that, not worried now, is I'll be pitting soon anyway. That being said, I need to not just drive it in there at a ridiculously hard pace. That was silly. I got nothing right now. Got a lot longer to go till 60
Now 0.6.
than I realized. It's still a ways off.
Position. Car low.
Inside.
He's still there.
At bottom.
Clear low.
Clear inside.
P11. The gap in front is now 0.2.
Paul guy behind me was involved in that incident. He's just faster. My God, I'm a lot closer to being lapped than I realized. Not driving a very good race. My legs kind of hurt.
That lap was a 25.0.
Johnny, I don't mean to make this hard on you, dude. I'm just trying to get back what I lost.
I got a bunch of damage anyway.
That was a 25.0.
Okay.
There's a car exiting the pits. Heads up.
You're in the
10th
top
position.
I'll let you get right here, man.
Outside.
Outside.
You're in the middle. 3 wide.
Clear inside.
Clear inside.
2 wide. Keep low.
Got car high.
Okay.
Still there.
Halfway to the finish. Keep low.
Clear all round.
Clear up top.
P11. Okay, Justin, we're at the halfway point. Should be about 24. Car high. Your last lap time was at 25.3.
Still there. Hold your line.
Clear high.
Clear up top.
Car high.
Car outside.
You're clear
Clear
outside.
outside.
Pit lane speed limit is 40 miles per hour. We'll fuel you to the end of the race.
Pit box in. 10.
I'll give you room.
Box in a 5,
5.
Thank you, bud.
4,
3.
3, 2,
2.
1.
1.
Box now.
I wasn't sure which one of you were on fresh tires, so I just stayed on.
Optional. Oh, shoot. A little hit was 12.5 seconds of optional repairs. Could be doing more than I realize.
Go, go, go!
There's a car approaching. Don't cross the white line. Watch your mirrors.
I just need a caution to not come out
Gap
now.
to Thompson ahead is increasing. It's now 5.0.
Okay.
P17.
63.69. I don't know if that's good or not.
I'll give you room, 19.
The gap behind is now 10 seconds.
Thank you.
Got a car outside. Clear high. There's a car leaving the pit lane.
Anybody know the strength of field?
15th place. That last lap was
2.9.
Car outside.
Thank you.
Still there. Clear high. It's fine, you got loads.
I wanted to check that to see if he would say, oh, you need 6 gallons, because I'd be like, no, I made it half the race, dum-dum. You can't fool me. The car ahead of me is for position and has tires, but they came in like almost 10 laps before me.
Car high. Still there. Your laptop clear outside. Car outside. Hold your line.
There is a car on the high side.
He's still there.
Keep low.
He's still there. Still there.
Keep low.
Clear high.
Outside.
V14. That was a 24.3.
Leave your room, Greg.
I haven't heard the leaders pitting now, but maybe I missed it. Can't imagine. You can't make enough fuel why you would stay out so long. Alright, ahead of me. Still out.
The leader's fitting now.
I mean, they'll have fresh tires to the end, but they'll have lost a lot of track. It's a thing. Where does it equal out at?
That lap time was 24.3. Got a car high.
Just look how much faster I am than a guy that's much faster than me on equal footing.
Still there. Clear
So
high.
why would you give all that up? I don't know, but I'm no strategist. I almost said strategist. Strategist. Nobody's hiring me to run their pit crew.
V12.
Where was I when I pit? Like 11th, 12th? I was getting close to being lapped.
The gap to Clark behind is now 1.8 seconds.
That the guy I passed?
Car exit in the pit, heads up. You've just done a 24.1.
Why are you racing me so hard, 12? Gonna get mad at me if you wreck.
Stops for milk.
You're in the top 10.
V10. The gap to Thompson ahead is now 9.3
Pitch hand,
seconds.
pitch hand.
If the 11 passed me
Appreciate it.
before pitting. I would imagine I've gained a lot on him. Does he have enough time
Smith is
to
leading
gain
the
it back? Now, I was far enough behind that there's no way I would have anything for the leaders, nor would I.
Hitting this time, 12.
We'll see. What's going to happen is I'll probably be higher up than I was, but people will be a lot faster than me, because A, they were faster than me already, and B, the guy ahead of me is actually the race leader now. So that must mean if I'm only 1 lap down, I'm 2 laps down, never mind. Short enough track.
Just done a 24.3. The guy behind has just done a 23.6.
There's the guy behind. He's done almost a second faster than me, so some of these guys I'm ahead, it isn't going to stick.
There's a car leaving the pit lane.
Well, I can say this setup sucks. I'd have been better off on the iRacing.
P9.
I want to be careful because he's the leader and he doesn't have to give me the lane I want. It's because I'm on faster tires.
Alright, Justin, there's a car exiting the pits, heads up.
Like it.
Inside.
Just going to let that guy go because he's flying up here.
You're reeling current in. The gap's now 0.2.
Current just blew by me.
New fastest lap for Collins, 23.4. Taylor is getting closer. The gap's come down to 2.9. P8, you've just done a 24.8.
Smith gonna try to make it on tires?
The gap to current ahead is increasing. It's now 0.9. Hold your line.
2 just made it 3 wide for
Clear outside.
absolute scary purposes. I need to get around this guy. I know he's leading the race. Holy crap.
Dalton, you're entirely too fast, dude.
Hold your line.
Hold your line.
Like it.
Still there.
Keep it up, he won't be able to get his head out the helmet.
Clear outside.
He needs to move up. Move up.
I can't pass a guy that hasn't pit yet, and my tires feel like trash already for trying. So there's a lesson to be learned there of how bad I really am compared to the good people.
Clear outside. Hold your line.
Put in a sign, put in a sign.
Now he's pitting.
Heads up, there's a car exiting the pits. The leader, Smith, is pitting. Car inside, 8th place. Still there, clear low.
Clear inside.
Car down low.
This is me getting lapped officially now.
P9, your lap time was clear inside.
Can't feel too bad getting passed by a 7,000 irating guy, right? I need to work on my passing. I shouldn't have struggled. I know that guy, the number 3, was probably a high irating. I didn't have time to look, but in this field, it's probably pretty high.
The gap in front has increased to...
But my tires are 60 laps fresher than his. I should have had no problem. Nobody else did. We'll see if me cutting the race in half pays off at all, or if it makes me struggle, because I've definitely gained positions. Not that many. And Steve behind me is on 15 lap fresher tires, and I've probably burned mine up more than most people would have at this point.
The gap in front has increased. It's now about 1.7 seconds.
I am now a lap down, so after it all cycles through.
You've just done a 24.5.
Well, that means...
Jennings is closing the gap. It's now 1.9.
That means... I don't have to get around the 120th time if this stays green. Like I said, I was about to be lapped
P9.
under the first run, so Collins staying out 15 laps longer. Didn't take him long to get back to the position where he would have been lapping me. Yeah, Jennings is catching me, especially if I just throw it in there full speed. I'm watching my relative. One of these days, put it all together. Yeah, he gained 3/10 on that lap just because.
You've just done a 24.
Combination of invent fresher tires probably being better than me, and me overdriving it because I'm paying attention to that. It's just race. I did lose a lot of time not being able to pass that number 3. Kind of, was that like 5 laps or more? Kind of negated the benefit of the tires for that long. Plus I was burning them up trying to pass him. He doesn't have to let me by. He's leading the race. I need to be good.
Jennings
Need to be better.
is closing you down. The gap has come down to 0.8.
It's catching me. And Aaron Waddle is catching me. It's getting hot in here.
Car outside. Still there. Hold your line.
Still there, hold your line.
Still there. Clear high.
Clear.
Car high. Hold your line.
Thank you, man.
Clear outside.
Outside is clear.
P11.
Alright, get it back together. Don't lose so much time here. You got a big gap behind. The new goal is to try to keep that gap. That guy's not on much fresher tires than me. If I can keep it together, I can
The gap in
get...
front has increased. It's now about 0.9. Your last lap time was at 25.4.
Guy behind me is a different lap than me. Alright, slow it down. Stop driving. The truck feels like crap right now.
That was at 24.7. Car low.
Inside.
Still
Still there,
there.
hold your line.
Clear low.
Clear.
Huh, this guy's made it back around me already. This time, he's got better tires, so obviously he's going to pass me. 5.9 behind.
Thanks,
A lot of laps to go.
You're welcome.
Well,
Wish I would have turned my fan on.
That lap was at 24.7.
Finally got my mic and my fan in a situation where I can have it on me, and you can't hear it on the recording. I have no excuse for not having it on, other than I just didn't think of it because it wasn't that hot when this race started.
That lap time was 24.7.
Wonder how much that
You're welcome.
damage is affecting me. I mean, this is about where I was anyway, so I don't think much, but I was a little disappointed to see that there was damage. I mean, I did hit the wall, so... Alright, I haven't actually lost any time behind me. glance at it every once in a while, but I can't just sit and stare at
That
it.
last lap was a 24.7.
I think I need to graduate. Graduate. I don't know why I use that word. The next step in my oval improvement needs to be not overdriving everything. That twin ring at Arca, that was a huge problem. I just killed my tires.
Now 2.5.
Concentration lapses, especially in longer races like this, are a thing I need to get better at.
That lap was a 25.1.
6.1 still. At this point, I don't want a caution.
Joe, I'll give you the top. You're into one.
Thank you.
Ugh. Loose there.
Clear.
That was a 24.9.
Thanks, sir.
See if I can't learn something from you fast guys.
They go by me so fast, all I learn is get out of the way quick.
Mistakes there.
If this was like football, I'd be a good blocker.
Thank you, man. No problem.
I think splitting the race in half worked good for me.
The
I wonder how much time I lost
3.3 seconds.
with my pit entry, because I know it wasn't great, but it sure beats spinning out or crashing, getting a speeding penalty.
Thank you.
Only 12:42. I was thinking it was getting late. I knew I had plenty of time to run this race. Got to get my daughter from school at 2:30.
Thank you, sir.
Meaning I got to leave here by 2:15. But that's still an hour and a half. 5.7. I've lost a little bit, but I also stopped concentrating for a second there to see what time it is. Because that's the sort of thing I need to get like a big wall clock in front of me here. Ever since cell phones became a thing you always have on you, pretty much the only clocks I ever
In
have
front is now 3.8.
where I live are ones that come on things like a microwave or a stove, you know? I don't ever just put a clock anywhere. Cell phone replaced a lot of things in my life.
That lap time was 24.9.
Thank you, sir.
It's starting to physically hurt sitting here. I don't think building a rig will make me faster. I don't. It's not something I think will happen, but I think it'll make me much more comfortable. Like right now, kind of my tailbone hurts. And my knees are starting to feel it, and I can't imagine that helps with my concentration anyway. 5.4 behind me.
Got 10 laps to
That
go.
last lap was a 25.0.
Okay.
Gotta remember, I don't have to do... I got one less lap I have to do. So him saying 10 to go actually means
Okay.
9 to go. I was excited. I was looking at, okay, what can I race this week? And I saw Xfinity, and the trucks were at different tracks.
4.8. Lap times are pretty
I was
consistent.
like, yeah, I'll run Charlotte at the Xfinity, and I'll run Iowa in the trucks. That'll be a nice week. Then I saw that the Xfinity was actually at the Roval. Ain't no way. I'll do the Roval in a stock car when ARCA comes there, but that's about it.
Sorry, Chad. I was giving you the bottom, buddy.
That lap was at 25.0.
You can have it down here.
That's the guy directly behind me, so maybe he's getting held up by that. Not that I'm that worried about losing it. He's not gaining on me quick enough for me to... Unless I lose control. If I finish 11th, I'll be happy with it. I understand that one fast guy dropped out for internet
The
reasons.
gap ahead is now 5.0.
One of the two guys in that crash is probably behind me. I know the other guy got back around. So, those two guys that lapped me are like fast. If it wasn't for them, I'd still be 5.1. Or no, 3 guys that lapped me. Okay. You could start, oh, those 10 guys that lapped me. If it was for them. Yeah, okay. Never mind. I was about to say something stupid. Curious to see if I remember to check the tires.
You got 5 laps to go.
Yeah, that means 4 laps. Real. 2-ish minutes. I am actually in a lot of pain right now.
Thanks, sir.
Like, if there was 50 laps to go, I think I would pull into the pits and quit. How I feel at the moment. When I can struggle with a couple more laps.
Go.
2 more at the line. I wonder how many
Gap
people
to Gibson behind
got
us now,
lapped.
5.6 seconds. Two laps left.
White flag. 1 more lap to go.
I was really hoping not to catch this guy. I don't have any reason to do anything stupid here. I got 5.2 behind.
Good race, Dalton. Yeah, good race. That was fun, man. For sure.
Good race, everybody going, James?
Thanks, Joel.
All right, that was fun, guys. Good job. That's the first flag to flag I've had.
P11, that's it.
Yeah, that was a good one.
All right, there's checkered flag.
Appreciate that in there, 13.
It's we're going.
What's that?
We'll be back with incidents and results. So it turns out that my fan was on the whole time. It just wasn't pointed anywhere useful. But anyway, I got to get up, stretch. All it took was me standing up for a couple minutes, walking around, went to the bathroom, and now I feel fine. It's just, I'm not sitting in a position that any doctor would say is good for you. There's no ability to squirm around. That's why if I built a rig that got me in the seating position and an actual seat, as comfortable as could be, I'm not saying it would make me faster. It'd be more fun immersion-wise, and that's a big part of it, but it would just hopefully up the comfort level. But anyway, enough about that. Let's see what happened out there. No cautions, so probably not a ton. Jennings. Nothing. Little wall scrape. I had, I think, 2 wall scrapes. That wasn't anything. tiniest of wall scrapes. Is he gonna eventually get into the wall here? Barely. Wonder what mine will look like if it shows up. Everyone's just barely tapping it with their right rear. Close, but not really an incident. Look at that orange. I need to get a new... I've been running that Fanta orange thing. It's like, it's pretty garish. Find something new. Was a harder hit than most. 21. That was a little bigger hit. I think mine was probably more like that. That was the one that... Was the 20 complaining here? Yeah, the 20 was saying how he just drove and took him out. So, let's look at his pedal inputs. Oh, they don't show up on the replay. I thought they did. Okay, never mind. We can see how fast he's going. I don't know. It's a mistake by the 20 that caused it. I don't remember being stuck on the wall that long. Yeah, I guess. Really similar to that, except I didn't have somebody right behind me, luckily. I don't think. Not gonna be a lot to see. I'm pretty bored of wall hits, not gonna lie. I think that was the end of the race with the way that car was driving, but it's not even close. Too many wall scrapes happen, but not enough crashes to make the incidents worth going through, in my opinion, and there's no caution to look at. So, I'm just going to stop control numpad 3ing over a bunch of nothings. Okay, we're back. I think the fact that the second split isn't showing up here means that race must still be going on, which is absolutely crazy to me considering how long it's been. So they must have been under a caution quite a bit. That was a good race for my safety rating, 0.26 gain. 29 iRating is good. Almost made it back to 2100. I lost a ton from that arcade race yesterday. But you know what? 2000 was kind of a goal of mine. If I don't fall back below there, I think I'll be happy for now. Eventually, I want to keep going up. But 2000 isn't going to get me in top split if I like run the really popular time slots. Like the first arcade race of the week wouldn't get me in there. But it's getting me, when I run these like late morning, early afternoon races, what I mostly do, it's pretty much getting me top split. And that means I don't do as well, but I can only get better by racing against better people, right? Can't get worse anyway, you wouldn't think. So anyway, one thing I was looking at is the way I kind of judge how I did is if you go by car number, if you go by the theory you should finish at your number, one person who I should have beat finished ahead of me, but 1, 2, 3, 4, technically 5, although he dropped out of the internet, finished behind me that should have finished ahead of me. That's, can't ask for much more than that. My best lap was a 23.760, not even close. Basically ran 4/10. I thought this Dalton won. Apparently not, and apparently it was pretty close. Okay. Maybe that would have been worth looking at. Could have been the pit strategies paying up. Joel. I got frustrated with not being able to get around him on old tires, but interesting to see that only 4 cars finished on the lead lap, so I can't feel too bad about having getting lapped. If a caution would have come out, it would have just been one guy would have gotten a lucky dog, and that's what it would have been. But yeah, Incidents wise, there was a 4X and a 2X out there. And a couple more 2s and a 4. The 4 and the 4 was that one wreck, and a few 2s, probably from a little bit harder of a wall hit. I don't know. Pretty clean race. Thank you for watching.